Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Lido, Loca, and welcome to my walk and talk ship tour of the Carnival Freedom. All right, so our tour begins deck 3, kind of a promenade deck here on the Carnival Freedom. We're gonna pop into the main atrium here. This is really the heart of the ship. The ship was built 2007. It's a part of the Conquest class of ships, holds around 3,000 passengers. And the atrium, really the heart of the ship. It's a classic atrium. Of course, the focal point, the Atrium Bar, and then you get the splendor of an open atrium. This is a little bit of a thing of the past. A lot of newer ships don't have this design, but a classic, floor to ceiling atrium, ornately decored. And like I said, they do a lot of stuff here. You got this main stage here. They just had a trivia. There's music here at night. And then if we look around the atrium, you have guest services off to one side. And then you've got Carnival Adventures or the excursion desk to the other side. And then, like I said, you got the focal point of the Atrium Bar. They have a dream studio here, so you can book private photography. And this is where that happens. And then they have the main dining room kind of tucked back here at the backside of deck 3. I think they're just finishing up an event. Yeah, you've got the chic restaurant over there. All right, so now we're up on deck 4. We're all the way forward. The main theater is behind me. I'll wait till we get to deck 5 to show you what that looks like on the inside. So let's make our walk around deck 4. So this is primarily, deck 4 around the atrium is primarily pixel stuff, the photograph stuff. So here on the Freedom, they still print out your pictures where you can come and look and find your picture and purchase them. Of course, they sell all kinds of camera and lanyards. You get a GoPro if you'd like that. Picture frames. This is also where you would go for your platinum gift if you want to pick up your platinum gift. But if you notice, there's just pictures everywhere. This is one of the teens clubs for 12 to 14-year-olds, Circle C. I guess it's not teen if they're just 12. Check this out. They still have a library on the ship. Check this out. It's themed in Americana. Jefferson? It's Jefferson for sure. Madison, maybe? I don't know. But you've got a copy of the Declaration of Independence. I think you have the signing of the Declaration of Independence in art over there. There's a decent amount of board games. So I appreciate the fact that there's still this level of board gamery on board. And then you've got books that you can come and grab some books. The libraries are somewhat a thing of the past on a lot of these ships, so I'm excited that this one's still here. And then yeah, on this side there's still more pictures to be displayed. This ship is one of those ships that kind of has a broken layout. So from forward to about midship, deck 4 stops there. So if you want to get all the way to the, after the ship, you have to go up to deck 5. Deck 3 and deck 4 won't do it. But the wild thing is I believe there's other stuff on the other side of deck 3 and deck 4. I do love these atriums. I mean, it goes all the way up. Classic glass elevators. Just everything that to me screams traditional cruising. We're now on deck 5. We're at the very aft of deck 5. And this is where a lot of the entertainment happens. This is the International Lounge. And so this is one of those huge venues that they have where they'll have, a lot of seating, entertainment, presentations. I believe the Diamond and Platinum Party will be in here tonight. I think they have karaoke sometimes in here, comedy. But yeah, just a massive lounge with a lot of seating. And then as we make our way forward, And really 5 is, it's the most action-y of the action decks on board. This is the piano bar. I'll just take a quick look there, where they've got the nightly piano player. And then the staple on any Carnival cruise ship is the Alchemy Bar. This is where they make your craft cocktails and all kinds of concoctions. Sweet. So we're looking straight down the promenade here. Over to our left we have the nightclub. And of course, when the nightclub's not nightclubbing, they're going to be having an art auction over here today. And then the warehouse is the arcade on board. We'll take a quick walk through here. Popular spot for kids of all ages. You can get some headphones. Check that out. Just a massive variety of games. Got air hockey over there, basketball. Of course, all of this is tied to your sail and sign card. Like the pull the Slurpee. Pull the Slurpee. That's pretty cool. Sorry. Excuse me. All right, continuing down the promenade. I don't think this is being used for anything currently. There's a lot of space on the ship. Of course, a lot of seating. And then here we've got the Red Frog Pub. Hi guys, how are you? Red Frog, you've got the bar. Of course, they've got live music in here at night, and they also have some bar games over here. You've got the foosball, you've got the shuffleboard, you got this thing which I'm no good at. Do it! Do it! I've never seen one with a scorekeeper though, I like that. I can't do it. And then right next to the Red Frog is Java Blue. That's the coffee shop here. Of course, they have all these visual temptations as you walk by. Some of this stuff here is included, the donuts on top, an additional fee. They have all the drinks so you can get there, plus the coffee. They do have their own kind of destination mugs. That's a trend, it seems like. So Java Blue, Carnival Adventures. And then you kind of move into the Babylon Casino. Babylon. Still have a lot of seating here. They do have live music at this little stage at night. And then there's still a really nice casino bar, which is cool. Some of the casino bars tend to be going away. But a really big casino here on the ship, on the Freedom. It's a smoking casino, but it hasn't seemed too smoky on this cruise, which I'm not sure what they've done to make the difference, but I think half of it's non-smoking, half of it's smoking, but there's really no, there's no wall or anything that divides the two. But yeah, you can see it's just got all the table games, tons of slot machines. And that kind of brings us into the Atrium area. But yeah, they also do have the bill breakers, so you don't have to go to the cashier. You can, if you win money on a slot machine and you put it on your sail and sign card, you can take your sail and sign there and get the money out without going to the cashier, which is a nice feature. We got cherry on top. candy store, and then you do have shops. You got some designer bags. These are nice little Louis Vuitton. All the stuff. Cherry on top. And as we make our way, a little look at the atrium from deck 5. A little bit of seating here on deck 5. Heroes Tribute Bar. Not open yet, but this is the sports bar. And there's an entrance to the casino also, so there's TVs, those kind of things in there. And then we have more of the shops. So we got the fun shops here with the Carnival branded stuff. This is where you can get stuff. This is Carnival Freedom. You can get your ship models, Fun Ship Freddy, all of that. And then we have, you can also get your duty-free liquor. And as we go all the way forward, that takes us to the theater here on the Freedom, or the Victoria Lounge, which is what they call the theater. It might be not open yet. But we can take a look inside. Just a quick peek. So it's a multi-deck theater. Really enjoy the seating in here. It's kind of bench style seating and multi-level, a lot of good views. Let's go to the other side, deck 5. Here's a good look at the elevator banks. We've got some more luxury style shopping. Got the watch shop over here. And of course you got an Effie store. Good stuff. Good stuff. Here's a quick look at the cabin. This week I stayed in cabin 2454. That was on deck 2. And I booked a guaranteed interior. And what was nice is when I got here, I'd been upgraded to an ocean view, which I found this room to be really spacious with the couch. Had USB-C, USB-A. Bathroom was a pretty standard bathroom for this cruise ship, this type of cruise ship. Yeah, nice cabin. Worked out really well. All right, so before going outside, I've just popped up to deck 11 to the spa deck. I have the spa deck, and this is where the spa is on Carnival. It's also going to be, I think, where the gym is. I'm not going to go too deep, but that's the entrance there. Of course, they're having specials today. And then there's cabins up on deck 11 that are connected with the spa. If you want to book a spa cabin on the Freedom, look for deck 11. Pop outside. And then as we walk outside of deck 11 and climb up one flight, kind of have this overview of the Lido. Might as well point out that this is the Carnival Freedom does not have a traditional whale tail. Twice the traditional whale tail caught on fire, and so they've just gone with the short stack here. But as we've climbed up one deck, you do run into the Serenity area. This is the 18 plus adults only area on the ship. And it's a really big Serenity deck, lots of seating. I think there's probably a hot tub back here. Should take a look. Hey, how's it going? You even can go up a deck higher for more Serenity action. Let's see what's around the front of the ship. Yeah, so just more seating here. I believe the hot tub is probably up a deck. But you kind of can get a look at the front of the ship. We are slowly making our way back to Florida to sea day. Oh yeah, you can see there's a couple hot tubs up there. And it doesn't continue on. Looks like there's a Camp Ocean kids area behind this partition here. Let's pop up one deck and look at those hot tubs. And just even more Serenity area. It's so nice. You got hot tubs on both sides here, which is super nice. More Serenity seating. And, walk out of the Serenity area, there's regular seating. And this takes you to where the water slide entrances are. There's a nice water park here on the ship. Two slides. Boy, they look inviting. There you go. So you got the blue slide and the yellow slide. It's a really nice pool deck, honestly. It's kind of tiered like stadium seating. So you get a lot of seats here. Got the pool that kind of sits in the shadow of the big screen. Water park for the kids. Then once we get down to deck 9 there, you've got all of the, you got the tequila bar, you got the rum bar, you got the outside Lido eateries. Very nice. Behind the whale tail, you can kind of see it, the sports court and the mini golf. We'll take a walk over there. But yeah, just I like the layout. They've got a lot going on in a small space. It's pretty impressive. And just for reference, that water slide entrance on Sky Deck 14, also where the top part of the Serenity deck is. Get the big radar. I think these are radar. All right, making our way down a few stairs. That's going to be deck 10. I just wanted to show you how this stadium seating or stadium lounging is kind of built up off of deck 10 and give you maybe a little better look at the water park. Of course, you had the big splash bucket there, the 2 water slides. You got all this little play area in here. Oh, there goes the bucket. It's definitely a family-friendly ship. And then as you can see, it just tiers down back to deck 10. Let me take you inside and we'll go to the steakhouse. It's the Sun King Steakhouse. Just beautiful, nice menu. It's pretty big. Got a nice bar for the steakhouse there. Check out the artwork here. The wild thing is this dome that the chandelier sits in. Actually sits right in the middle of the sports court. So I'll show you that in a second. All right. So we're kind of moving forward to aft. We've just ascended up another deck. So I think this would qualify as deck 11. You do have a jogging track here. And then you have the sports court. So like I said, the dome from the steakhouse is in the middle of the sports court. But we've got some soccer going on, some basketball. And it looks like we have a little pickleball on the other side. Take a little walk around the track. So the track takes you behind the big screen, the Jumbotron. Look at all the cabling to make that image work in all weather. Jogging track distance, 9 laps, 1 mile. Yeah, we got pickleball going on, which is cool. Nice little pickleball court here. I think that may have used to have been a couple basketball courts, but pickleball being what it is these days. Guess we can take a gander at the straight stack, no whale tail funnel on the Carnival Freedom. Here is the putt-putt. So you pick up your balls and your mini golf, as they call it here. Pick up your balls, your club. They also have a little beanbag toss. Cornhole, as it were. Yeah, I don't know. Is it 9? Is it 18 hole? Maybe probably 9 or something. The Sports Square. Sports Square. They also have this little secret elevator back here. A glass elevator that will take you up to this deck. And then while we're here, let's take a look at the pool on the aft of the ship. What's nice is this is a pool with a retractable deck, a roof, retractable roof. So in bad weather, this pool can still be open. Lots of seating. There's just a ton of seating everywhere on this ship. And that's kind of all the way to the aft. That pool's on deck 9. So we've got deck 10 seating here. And then we're up on deck 11 at the sports square. Let's take this elevator down. Here we go, look at this. So it's just a one-decker, but it is a cool sea view. You can take us down to deck 10. The size for scooters and wheelchairs, so I think that's one of its main purposes. To help people that are mobility challenged. And here we are. All right, making our way inside on deck 10. This is the top of the buffet, but what they do here on the Freedom, of course, there's a lot of great seating, but during the lunch and dinner time, I think maybe just the lunchtime, they do this all-American barbecue. So it'll be one buffet line over there that's just dedicated to barbecue. There's a menu board. Let's go see what the offering is for the all-American barbecue. Let's go. How are you guys? So yeah, the all-American, or old-fashioned barbecue, that's what it's called. Old-fashioned barbecue, pork butt, chicken, smoked beef, mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, sauces. So that's a lunchtime thing. And then I do love this big Lady Liberty here in the middle of the buffet. Let's go down the deck and we'll peep the buffet. We're fully in the food section of the tour. Started with that barbecue joint. Let's look at all the different places. Well, I guess we already saw the steakhouse, but let's look at all the different places you can eat. Right here on deck 9. It is breakfast time, so we're full on breakfast service right now. They do have the new beignet and donuts and churros for sale. This is fairly new for Carnival. How's it going? But yeah, so haven't tried those yet, but usually, or before this, you could only get the beignets on ships that had the Emeralds restaurant, but now they're all over the place. Do you have a coffee bar here on the Lido deck on deck 9? And then I'll show you the eatery that's outside on deck 9. We'll pop out to the deck here. And it's a better look at that pool. Seafood Shack is here. So Seafood Shack is open in the lunch and dinner times. So for pay option, sell seafood. There's an ice cream machine here. You have a aft bar over there. And then you have the Pizza Pirate, which is a popular spot. So Pizza Pirate, not only can you get pizza, but you can also get soft drinks. So better look at the bar. There's so many restaurants here. There's restaurants on both sides of the Lido buffet. So we'll kick it through here. So like I said, the back here are these buffet lines that has breakfast. How's it going? There's beverage stations all over the place. And here we have the deli. So they dual purpose use it. They make it an omelet station at breakfast time, but in the evening it is the deli, and that's open for lunch all the way to 11 o'clock. And a lot of good options there. These are all included. And we continue moving toward the front of the ship. Got more buffet lines. These are the breakfast grill, but these again are dual purpose. The omelet station that you see here is what's the Mongolian walk at lunch. And then the breakfast line right in front of us is a new family-oriented buffet where they have family favorites, which I think is a neat addition, which is different than other stuff. Looks like breakfast is right in the middle of it right now. I do want to point this out real quick. We have another little restaurant tucked on the side here. During breakfast, it is an omelet station, but for lunch and dinner, it is the sushi here, the bonsai sushi on the Carnival Freedom. So yeah, a lot of included food options and a lot of for pay options. Also, the sushi would be an additional fee. The deli's included, Mongolian wok's included, pizza's included. And then we'll move out to the Lido deck and I'll show you, of course the buffet's included, main dining room's included. I'll show you a couple more included food options. So we got another ice cream station here. And then that flanks Guy's Burgers, which of course that will open for lunch. A staple on Carnival ships for the Lido. And you got the famous Guy's Toppings Bar. I do like the fact that this pool is essentially shaded. And then one of my favorite breakfast options on Carnival ships is the Blue Iguana Cantina. They've got huevo rancheros for breakfast, arepas on the taco side, and then they've got burritos over here on the other side. And then to accompany that, they have this nice salsa bar. Always has this nice red watermelon, salsa, hot sauces. Really solid option for breakfast. A couple other Lido deck highlights would be the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. That's here. And then if we look across over here, you've got the Red Frog Rum Bar. All right, so let's pop into the Atrium from the Lido, from deck 9. I really like this. Probably hard to see from the glare, but this is a nice mosaic that highlights the shipbuilder, which is Fincantieri. Got this plaque commemorating that. And then as we move from that mosaic, got a little bit of an art gallery. It didn't feel like there's a huge dedicated space, unless it's right around the corner here. But you got some art featured and the highlight of the art auction today. Here we are on deck 9. Kind of a look down into the atrium, which is cool. Yeah, I feel like they're using the wall space on deck 9 as the art gallery, which makes a lot of sense. And then we have cabins. All right, well, we're back where it all began. That's a brief look at the Carnival Freedom. I think there might be a couple nooks and crannies I didn't get to. I think there could be a dining room that's hidden down a stairwell somewhere. But overall, it's a pretty good ship, I think, for being built in 2007. Of course, it's constantly updated. I found it to be a good time and easy to get around. What did you think about the Carnival Freedom? Have you been on her? Leave a comment below. If you like this kind of content, subscribe for more. This is Tony for Lido Loca. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.